The 2009 Hall of Fame inductee for the Outstanding Coach is a man who exemplifies everything that is St. Mary's: honesty, integrity, hard work, and family. Greg Anderson, who had a nickname for everyone and answered to Ando, committed his entire life to young people. For more than 25 years, he was an integral part of the school's athletic success, but his involvement spilled over to the rest of campus and beyond. He made sure that first and foremost the students and his players understood that they were representing St. Mary's and all that it stands for. He lived and taught the Franciscan ideal of putting the needs of others ahead of his own. He never wanted the spotlight, but rather he chose to work behind the scenes, making a difference, one child at a time.
Part of St. Mary's is the mystique. Greg is part of that mystique. He knows and knew how to impart that into the students, and not just the boys, but the student body.
He wanted to succeed in the worst way playing football, and he wasn't blessed with a lot of tools that a lot of other athletes have. But what he had that was bigger than everybody else was a big heart. And he wanted to succeed, and he did whatever it took to make him successful in football.
Greg remembered what it was like to grow up without. And in the back of Greg's mind, Greg was going to make sure those kids that didn't have had something.
This school and the impact that Greg has had on it has, not so much from a coaching aspect, but from an individual aspect. Greg is a very generous person. He will do anything in the world for any young kids that he can do.
Greg was great for the JV program because he made it so fun, and every year Greg went 5-2-1. I don't know, I bet he did 5 years in a row, and if I was coaching him, I'd be 1-7, you know, but yeah, he was unbelievable on that level, and once a person coached with Greg, they didn't want to coach anywhere else. They really wanted to coach with him.
A lot of people wear their school colors on their sleeves, so to speak. Greg wore his in his heart. He'd defend it today. To his dying day, he'd defend St. Mary's. There are no other high schools out there in his mind that matter. It's a St. Mary's tradition for Greg, and you know what, I wish he was still around here as much as he used to be, because a lot of these young kids could use his influence definitely to know what it's like to be a knight, to be a St. Mary's knight.
There aren't many coaches who can mix the ability to bring out the best of a young man while having a good time at the same time. And he was one of those guys that could do that. He was, I'm a firm believer that we are only as good as the people around us, and Coach Anderson made us better.